Day 181 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem. This time we're at day 181 and we're still going strong, y'all. So I hope y'all are still going strong too, and I hope y'all are still staying disciplined and consistent, because that's what it's going to take for all of us to accomplish our programming goals, whatever they may be. Whether it's to get a job, whether it's to build your own app, or whether you're just having fun, you're going to have to stay disciplined and stay consistent if you want to learn what's going on with the code and how the code actually works, y'all. This stuff is not easy. It doesn't come easy to anybody. We all have to put in the work to get to the finish line. So we're all in this journey together. So before we get started today, don't forget, bring a mouse right over here and click that subscribe button for me, y'all. Then after you click that subscribe button, go ahead and smash that like button for me, y'all. And then after you smash that like button, I'm calling all of my bankers. I repeat, all of my bankers to the comment section right now. I need y'all to drop 2 bank emojis in the comment section so we could run up this engagement and we could push this content out to a broader audience, y'all. As Swift community members, it's up to us to help the Swift community to grow. And one way we could do that is to share this content out with as many people as we could find that will watch it, y'all. So your support is appreciated when it comes to that. Now, with all that being said, y'all, let's get into the question. And today we have question number 1275. Find the winner of a tic-tac-toe game. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well, because we're all here to learn something. And if you don't understand the solution, then you probably didn't learn anything, and that is not what we want, y'all. So let's get into it. So let's see what the question says. The question says, tic-tac-toe is played by 2 players, A and B, on a 3x3 grid. The rules of tic-tac-toe are: players take turns placing characters into empty squares. The first player A always places X characters, while the second player always places O characters. X and O characters are always placed into empty squares, never on filled ones. The game ends when there are 3 of the same non-empty characters filling any row, column, or diagonal. The game also ends if all the squares are non-empty. No more moves can be played if the game is over. Given a 2D integer array, moves where moves of I is equal to row I, column I, indicates that the ith move will be played on grid row I, column I. Return the winner of the game if it exists, A or B. In case the game ends in a draw, return draw. If there are still movements to play, return pending. You can assume that moves is valid, i.e. it follows the rules of tic-tac-toe. The grid is initially empty and A will play first. So y'all, this for all my gamers out there who are in this journey to learn how to build games. We're going to learn how to build a tic-tac-toe game today. So the rules, I'm sure y'all are all familiar with the rules of tic-tac-toe, and if you're not, they're listed right here. Now, so let's look in example 1 so we can see what it is that they want us to do exactly. So in example 1, we have the input moves. It's a 2D array. It has 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, and 2, 2. All of these, this 2D array right here represents each move that a player will make. So the output is A because A wins. A is the X's, right? It says up here, A always places, the first player A always places X. So we know X is A's, O is going to be B. So in this case, X is 1, so that's why the output is A. The explanation says A wins. They always play first, right? So let's go through these moves to see how they do the play-by-play. Let's go through the play-by-play of how A got the win, right? So first, A went first. They win at 0, 0 right here. Boom. So they put an X right here at 0, 0. Then it's O turn. O puts a O at 2, 0, which is right here. So this is 0. Then we come down 1, 2. This is 2. And this column is 0 and this row is 0, right? So we come down the column 1, 2, so that's 2, but we don't go over any rows, so that's why this is 2, 0. Then X goes, it's X turn now. X goes at 1, 1. So we come down 1 and then we go over 1. That's 1, 1 right here. This is index 1 and column. This is column 1 and row 1 right here. So that's why this X goes right here on the second move. Now it's B's second move. B goes 2, 1, right? So it comes down to 1, 2, boom, then goes over 1, boom. So B goes right here. They put an O right here. Now it's A's turn again. A goes 2, 2. So it comes down to 1, 2, goes over 2, 1, 2. So they go right here. Boom. A wins because they have the diagonal X's in tic-tac-toe. Y'all know how tic-tac-toe games. They got 3 in a row diagonally like this with X, X, X. That's why the output is A. So let's look at example 2 where B wins, right? So in example 2, we have input equals a 2D array, 0, 0. The first move 0, 0, then 1, 1, then 0, 1, then 0, 2, then 0, then 1, 0, then 2, 0. B ends up winning. The output is B. The explanation is B wins, right? So let's go through the moves, right? So first it's A's turn. Their X is X. They put an X right here, 0, 0. Now it's B's turn. B goes 1, 1. So they come down 1, over 1. So B takes the middle, puts an O right here in the middle. Now it's A's turn again. They go 0, 1. So they go down none. They go over 1. They put an X right here. Boom. Now it's B's turn. B wants to go 0, 2. So they go down none and they go over 2. They go over 1, 2. So they put an O right here. Boom. Now it's A's turn again. A goes 1, 0. So they come down 1, but they go over 0, right? So they put an X right here. Now it's B turn again. This time they go 2, 0. So they come down 1, 2, go over 0. So they put the 0 right here. B ends up winning with the diagonal O's this way, right? That's why B wins. That's how B wins. That's the play-by-play of how B won, right? So let's look at example 3. Final example where it's a draw. The input moves equals a 2D array. Those moves are 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, and 2, 2. The output is a draw. The explanation says the game ends in a draw since there are no moves to make. So let's go through it and see how they ended up in a draw, right? Play by play. So we have the 0, 0. A goes 0, 0 right here. 0, 0, put the X because A goes first. They put an X right here, 0, 0. Now it's B turn. They go 1, 1. So they come down 1, over 1. Put a 0. They take the middle again. So they put an O right here in the middle. Now it's A's turn. A goes 2, 0. So they come down 1, 2, go over 0. They put an X right here. Boom. Now it's B's turn. B goes 1, 0. So they come down 1, boom, go over 0. So they put a 0 right here. Boom. Now it's A's turn again. A goes 1, 2. So they come down 1, go over 2, 1, 2. They put an X right here. Boom. Now it's B's turn. B goes 2, 1. So they come down 2, 1, 2, go over 1. Boom. Put a 0 right here. Boom. Now it's A's turn again. A goes 0, 1. So they go down 0 and they just go over 1. Put an X right here. Boom. Now it's B's turn. B goes 0, 2. So they go down 0, go over 2, 1, 2. Boom. Put a 0 right here. And last but not least, the final move, 2, 2 for A. They come down 2, 1, 2, go over 2, 1, 2. Put an X right here at 2, 2. It ends up being a draw because nobody gets tic-tac-toe 3 in a row, y'all. There are no 3 in a rows with the X's or the O's. That's why the output is a draw, and that's how the tic-tac-toe game works, y'all. So now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual code. And the code's not that difficult. It's a little tedious, but it's not difficult at all. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to do, we're going to declare constant, say let when conditions. And this is just going to let us know which subarrays need to exist or need to have a spot taken for the winner to win, right? So these are the winning conditions. So if it's an O, fits these conditions, then O wins or B wins. If A or X fits these conditions, then A wins or X wins, right? So let's make these conditions. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to make an array of set integer with an integer array like so, right? So it's going to be an array. It's a 2D array as well, like we've been doing, but it's an array of set of integers, right? So remember, the integers are also an array, and the set is inside an array. Then we're going to initialize it like this. Open up the square brackets, press enter, create the 2D array, and the first one we're going to say 0, 0. Then we're going to come outside of that array. We're going to say, open up some square brackets again. We're going to say 0, 1. Come outside that array, but we're still inside the initial array. Remember, this is a 2D array. Come outside of that, and we're going to say 0, 2. Then come outside of that array, the whole array, the 2D array, and just put a comma, and we could copy and paste this. Copy and paste it. Boom. Paste it right here. Now we're going to do the next set of winning conditions. And that will be 1, 1, 0. Then we're going to do, this should be 1, 1, and this should be 1, 2, right? Then we are going to copy and paste again for the next set of conditions, and this will be 2, 0. Then this will be 2, 1, and this will be 2, 2. Then we're going to come down, we're going to copy and paste again for the next set of winning conditions. And this time it's going to be 0, 0. This will be 1, 0 or 1, 0. And this will be 2, 0. Boom. Then we could copy and paste this one because the next one's going to be similar to that one. Then we could do that. Then the next one is going to be, this is going to be 0, 1. Then after that, it's going to be 1, 1. And then after that, it's going to be 2, 1. So this should change this 0 to a 1. Come underneath that. Copy and paste again. Boom. Then we're going to say this is going to be 0, 2. This is going to be 1, 2. And this is going to be 2, 2. Then we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Copy and paste again. This time, this is going to be 2, 0. This is going to be 1, 1. And this is going to be 0, 2. 0, 2. Then we're going to copy and paste one more time. And this is going to be 0, 0. This is going to be 1, 1. And this is going to be 2, 2. So these right here are all the conditions. If any one of these conditions are met, then we know some player won. If somebody puts an X at 0, 0, 0, 1, and 0, 2, then we know they won. If they put an X at 1, 0, 1, 1, and 1, 2, we know they won, and so on and so on. We could put a space in between these, y'all. And so on, yeah. So these are examples of the winning conditions that need to be met. Just one row of these, though, not all of them together, just like this. This is a winning condition. This is a separate winning condition. Wherever it's separated by a comma, that's a new winning condition. Then we're going to come down here and we are going to declare a variable. We're going to say a points, declare a variable called a points. We're going to cast that as a set of integers, but an array of integers, excuse me. And then we're going to initialize it like this with a blank array. We're going to do the same thing for b points. Do set an array of integers, excuse me. An array of integers. Initialize it with a blank array like that. Then we're going to come underneath that. We're going to say for I in 0 up to moves dot count. What we are going to do is we're going to say if I mod 2 equals 0, it's equal to 0, we are going to say a points dot insert open up the parentheses, moves, square brackets, I. Then we're going to come down right here and we're going to say else. We are going to say B points dot insert, open up the parentheses, moves, square bracket, I. Then we're going to come underneath that for loop right here, and we are going to say for condition in when conditions, open up the brackets, we're going to say if condition dot is subset, open up the parentheses of colon A points. Then we're going to come down here, open up the brackets, and we're going to say return A. Because if condition is a subset of A points, that means A1. Then we're going to say, do the same thing for B. We're going to say if condition dot is subset, open up the parentheses of colon B points. Come outside of that, we are going to say return, open up the quotation marks B. So, excuse me, if B points is if condition, or yeah, excuse me y'all, but yeah, so this is going to check to see if B wins, right? If B points or if condition is a subset of B points, then we're going to return B. That let us know B won. Then we're just going to come down here and we are going to say if all else fails, we are going to say return moves.count is equal to 9, because there are 9 different squares that we could put a move in, right? So if moves.count is equal to 9, then we're going to say draw. If we don't have a winner and the moves.count is equal to 9, then we know it's a draw because we used up all the spaces. Else, if the game's not over, we're just going to say pending. Excuse me, pending should be in the quotation marks, pending, like this. So let's run it. Oh, whoa, that was close, y'all. Wrong button. Let's run it. Okay, let's see. Line 20, right? So, okay, we got to get rid of this right here. Boom. Let's run it again. See if it runs this time. Okay. Let's see. Unexpected else. Let me see. If A points equals, so let's see what's going on here. Let's look. It says cannot find move and scope. So this should be moves. Let's run it now. See what happens. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Unexpected else immediately following if condition. So let's break that down and see what that is talking about. Let's see. Oh, we gotta switch these. It should be, oh no, if mod 2, sorry y'all, if mod 2 is equal to 0. Now let's run and see what happens. Let's see. And it's accepted, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. So let's submit it. Make sure it stays accepted. Let's see. Drum roll. Ooh, look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users with Swift, y'all. That's faster than a Bugatti riding past Andrew Tate and the rest of the brokies on the highway, y'all. That's what I like to see. And I also would like to see y'all tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.